Hey, what's going on everyone on YouTube, and welcome to another Emblem Royer video. Today's video is actually going to be going into the details of why I enjoy retro collecting and what got me started. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, be sure to drop a subscribe to get, see more videos, and be sure to drop a like for this, you guys. I would really appreciate it. Also everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to the year 2019. Alright you guys, so to cut right into it, if you guys have been watching my videos and my vlogs and everything, you would know that I only been collecting video games since May of last year. But I haven't really gotten into hardcore of it since August, and that was by the time I decided that I wanted to go for a complete N64 collection and go for complete NES and Super Nintendo. So before I was even collecting video games, you guys, I've been playing video games. I've had video games my entire life since I was like 4 with the Super Nintendo. But I've always traded my systems in and all my games to upgrade to the newer ones. Especially since when the GameCube came out and me and my brothers turned in our Super Nintendo and N64 and all of our games and to get that. So we've always had video games, but we've always traded them in to upgrade it. And I actually didn't start buying my own video games until about the PlayStation 2 and the Wii came out, which is a little bit of a gap, but the Wii was actually the first one I actually started buying, and I actually started saving my games, and I actually didn't turn them in my Wii or anything. That was actually one of the first systems I actually kept, and I actually still have my original one with the original box and with some of my games. I've traded some in, but I've still kept all my favorite ones, but I've been able to collect all those old ones that I've had again and be able to keep them. So what got me into retro collecting, you guys, was before I was actually even retro collecting, I was actually collecting something else that almost got me starting a YouTube channel, which was Pokemon cards. This was something that me and my fiance at the time were actually collecting a lot, and we were buying a lot of Pokemon cards every single paycheck. We would buy booster boxes, we'd buy mega tins, and we spent a lot of money, you guys, probably a couple $1,000s on just buying all these cards. And you know, we got so excited about it, we were playing with the cards and everything. But you know, it's not to go into too much details about my relationship or anything. After our relationship ended, I was still collecting a little bit. I still wanted to continue on buying Pokemon cards. I was enjoying it, but I started realizing I didn't play them anymore. I didn't play the card games. So I decided finally one day, I was like, you know what, I just want to take all my Pokemon cards. I want to start collecting video games again, start collecting my old video games. So I actually took them into a card shop and I sold all my cards. And I actually took a very hard hit. I think this is actually going to be the hardest hit I ever took, you guys. Like I said, I spent a couple $1,000s on Pokemon cards. I only got like $200 to $300 for it. So that was a really big loss for me. But I didn't care. It was just something I just wanted them out of my room. I didn't want to have them anymore. It's just, I got tired of collecting them and they just took up way too much space. So I actually I took it, and then I went to my local CD Game Exchange and decided, hey, you know, I want to buy a system. I want to buy an old retro system that I never had. And they had Nintendo 64s there. So I was like, you know what, I want to buy that, as well as buy a couple games. The first 2 games I actually bought were Super Mario 64 and Star Fox 64, which were 2 games that I actually owned growing up as a kid. So I was playing those and I was like, you know, this is really awesome, but there is one game that I really want, and that would actually be Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I bought that game the same week, not at CD Game Exchange, but actually at GameStar. So I was able to pick that up, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to play this. And I fell back in love with it, and I was like, you know, this is really awesome. I want to start buying some more 64 games. So over the weeks, I was actually buying here and there, and I decided, you know, I want to branch out. I want to buy a Super Nintendo again. I want to buy the Super Nintendo with some of my games that I used to have. So I picked that up and started playing those as well, and remembering all the memories that I had with my brothers and my family was really awesome. And my girlfriend now, Selena, she's like, I want to buy a system as well. So she introduced me to the Nintendo Entertainment Center, or the NES. I never had one growing up. I played a little bit with my friend, neighborhood friend Jason, growing up as a kid, but I never really got into it because I was so into the newer generation of systems. So she introduced me to that. We got some Super Mario games, we got some Legend of Zelda games, and being able to play that, I was like, wow, this is really awesome. The graphics are cool. I enjoy playing these, and this is what got Nintendo so big, was because of this system. So I decided to collect for NES. Now, it's a big part for me for the NES, especially out of all these systems, is because, simple fact, I've never owned an NES. All these games are new to me. It's like going to Fred Meyer's and buying these brand new in the box, being able to take these home and trying them out. And I've fallen in love with it, you guys. I've fallen in love playing with the NES. They have a lot of great games. They have a lot of great titles. And I want to collect all of them. I want to have all the NES games eventually. First, I want to go for just the North American version. But yeah, just going and playing these is something radical and amazing because I get to enjoy it so much. It's something brand new. Now, am I just collecting retro video games like old systems and everything? No, I'm collecting newer generations as well. Perfect example, if you guys have been following my channel, I have a lot of Switch games. The Switch is what really got me back into playing video games hardcore. I've had my PlayStation 4, I've had my Xbox One. Those were great, and I've had some titles for it. But the Switch alone, you guys, has just brought me back into it. That it's just amazing because, in simple fact, it's the future video games that we've wanted. I've wanted a kind of system like this, and the games that they brought out for it makes it so amazing. Now, is it harder to collect for the Switch than it is for the retro? I feel like it is because, in simple fact, these games are coming out, they're brand new, so you're having to spend $60 to $50 per game, which is a lot to spend on a game. So I can't just go to this, a flea market and buy these games $5 to $10 a piece because everyone knows they're so new. So it takes a little bit longer to buy Switch games, but I am trying to focus on buying Switch games as well. I actually have to set a budget separately just to buy newer games from my retro games. So I eventually want to have a complete Switch, which I don't know is going to be possible because who knows how many games the Switch is going to have. No one's going to know until the next generation's console comes out. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm trying to buy as many games as possible. And just just collecting in general. If you guys have watched my game room tour, I have over 800 games, which seems a lot, but in comparison to a lot of other retro collectors, mine's a little ant compared to their big giant, animal-like collections. It's just because, the simple fact, I've only been doing this hardcore for a little bit about 6 months. I've been collecting for almost a year, but hardcore for only 6 months. So I'm super excited to see where 2019 gets me, you guys. I'm super excited to see where this is going to take me. But, the simple fact, I love retro collecting because, the simple fact, it's just getting me back into something that I really appreciated growing up as a kid, and all these new experiences with all these new games. So that is the reason why I retro collect, you guys. I collect toys, I collect, nostalgic things as well, but I focus mostly on video games right now. Eventually I'll break out and get more toys, I'll get more, collector's edition stuff, I'll get more different systems, but the games are the thing that I'm going for. So I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see what this is going to bring me for 2019. So yeah, that is going to be the reason why I love retro collect, you guys. I know it's a little bit of a out of nowhere video for me, but it's just something I've been realizing that why I want to share, and why, I've been asked why do I collect video games, especially from friends and family and everything. So I just want to make this video and just show you guys the reasons why. And if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Leave in the comments, why do you love retro collecting, and what systems do you enjoy collecting for? And if you guys are trying to get into it, I'll be making a video of tips and tricks on being able to buy retro video games as well, which will be coming out later this week. I'll be filming a video of why I love video games in general and how it's helped me through my entire life. I got a bunch of videos that will be filming later this week, you guys. So be sure to drop that subscription and click on that bell so you guys get those notifications, especially if you love this channel. I'm excited to see what 2019 is going to bring me for my channel. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for so much. Thank you guys for my subscribers and the people that view, and I will see you guys later, and everyone have a great day and Happy New Year.